This week, it's Macron's address, Theresa May in distress, German voters digress, and Twitter's a mess. Welcome to another episode of Tweets of the Week. After a slow build-up, Germany went to the polls on Sunday, including the president, of course, and Angela Merkel was re-elected. The leader of the free world has earned a fourth term. A collective sigh of relief can be heard across Europe, tweeted Eimear Kavanagh. Don't be so sure. There are now 7 parties represented in the Bundestag for the first time since the 1950s, including the far-right AfD, prompting Berlaymonster to put on his serious face for once and write a limerick warning of the dangers of political apathy. The Bundestagswahl is so boring, the nation is yawning and snoring, but as they all sleep, the bigots will creep into power, their voter base soaring. 1 week on from the state of the EU, and French President Emmanuel Macron set out his vision for Europe. Bildt said it was an ambitious speech that deserves deep debate. Stefan Lieffert summarised his message saying, a sovereign Europe should take back control. Newman cautioned he was in danger of confirming Brexiteers' warnings about the real ambitions of the EU. Katie Lee, however, was impressed that Macron rounded off his big speech by saying he can't imagine Britain not wanting to stay in the EU after he's done reforming it. Jeremy Cliff pointed to some of the more hostile reactions. You don't strengthen Europe with new pots of money, claims FDP. Simon Nixon described the speech as remarkable, optimistic, with creative solutions, a complete contrast to Theresa May in Florence. Yes, May's Florence speech was the other big oration this week, but didn't get quite the same rave reviews. James Melville said she had managed to piss off both the 52% and the 48% in one speech, which takes a certain type of anti-genius. Columnist Shihab Khan thought it was pretty impressive to speak for 20 minutes and say practically nothing. MEP Alan Smith reckons it says it all about the UK's image that the statement "UK will honour commitments" is actual news. Polly Pollack thought it was like moving out and telling your parents you never totally felt at home with them, but will they please pay your rent? David Vance wondered, what about the 17.4 million who said leave? And in case you still don't get the message, Dave Keating lets a picture paint 1,000 words. And finally, speaking of words, Twitter goes long form, prompting outrage from users. James Poniewozik said a 280-character limit is a terrible idea. The whole beauty of Twitter is that it forces you to address your ideas concisely. Tweet 1 of 47. Stephen Colbert identified the real threat. In one stroke, Twitter doubles the complexity of US foreign policy. Despite our best efforts, we couldn't identify a single Brussels-based tweeter with the coveted extension. Not even big shots like Brussels Independent correspondent John Stone, or Harold Tor, or Brussels Geek. So do get in touch with us if you are one of the chosen ones using the hashtag #EUTweets. This week we are supported by Unezda. Check out their 140-character tweet highlighting how the soft drinks industry contributes to employment in Europe. Join me again next week for more of the same, plus a special look at the European Parliament plenary. So, MEP assistants, on your marks, get set, get tweeting.